Welcome to your personalized deep dive. Today we're diving into AI investing and the potential it holds. You've sent in some interesting articles and research on AI stocks.
And it's clear AI is not some far-off thing anymore. It's really changing things right now.
It really is. It's like those sci-fi movies becoming a reality.
Exactly. And the exciting thing is that anyone can be a part of it.
So before we jump into specific strategies, can we talk about why AI investing is such a big deal? These sources make AI seem like a total game changer.
They do, like the railroads back in the 1800s or personal computers in the 80s.
Right, so AI has that kind of world-changing potential.
It really does. Think about it. AI could change everything. Transportation, healthcare, even just how we shop online.
Wow, that's a huge impact.
Yeah, and that's why everyone is so excited about AI investing. One report even says AI could add a whopping 14% to the global GDP by 2030. Think about that. Nearly $900 billion in revenue by 2026.
Wow, those are some serious numbers. No wonder everyone's talking about AI. Okay, so with all this potential, how can people actually start investing in AI? What are some strategies?
Well, one way is to invest directly in the companies developing AI, like Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. They create the processing units that basically power the whole AI revolution.
Nvidia. I've heard that name a lot lately.
And for good reason. Their stock has jumped over 176% just this past year.
That's incredible. What about other companies? Any others leading the way in AI?
Absolutely. Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT, is also making major moves in AI. They've teamed up with OpenAI, the people behind ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, I've seen that name everywhere.
Right. So Microsoft is integrating this ChatGPT technology into all sorts of their products like Bing, Azure, and even Microsoft 365. Plus, their Azure OpenAI service is becoming really popular even with big Fortune 500 companies.
So Microsoft is really riding the AI wave, huh?
You could say that. They're using their existing stuff in these partnerships to really make a splash in AI.
That's smart. What about some less obvious AI companies? One article mentioned AeroVironment, ticker symbol AVAV. They make AI-powered drones.
Oh, that's interesting. They're more focused on autonomous vehicles for specific jobs, like security and surveillance. So it's a good example of how AI is creating investment opportunities in all sorts of areas.
It's not just the big software companies, right?
Right. There are options beyond just companies like Microsoft. Okay, so we've talked about investing directly in companies, but what about people who want to diversify their investments, those who aren't ready to pick individual stocks?
Yeah, good point.
Well, that's where ETFs come in, exchange-traded funds. They offer a basket of different AI stocks, so you get exposure to a bigger chunk of the market. One popular one is the Global X Robotics and Artificial Intelligence ETF, ticker symbol BOTZ.
BOTZ, okay. What does that one focus on?
It focuses on robotics and AI. Companies like Nvidia, ABB Ltd, ticker symbol ABBN, and Intuitive Surgical, ticker symbol ISRG.
So BOTZ is like a one-stop shop for AI and robotics exposure.
Pretty much. And there are other AI ETFs too, like the Global X Artificial Intelligence and Technology ETF, ticker symbol AIQ, and the ROBO, Global Robotics and Automation Index ETF, ticker symbol ROBO.
So many options. It's like a whole new world of investing is opening up. But before we jump in, we need to remember that investing in individual stocks, especially in something as fast-paced as AI, can be risky.
Oh, definitely. It's a hot market, lots of hype, and prices can swing up and down really fast.
So what should investors be aware of? What are some of the risks?
Well, AI stocks, especially newer companies, can be really volatile. Their prices go up and down a lot in a short amount of time.
Makes sense. And regulations around AI are still changing.
Right, exactly. That could impact how profitable and even legal some of these AI applications are in the future.
So even though there's a lot of excitement, it's really important to make informed decisions. Do your research, understand the competitive landscape, and keep up with what's happening in the industry.
Absolutely. It's essential to stay informed.
Great advice. We're back and diving deeper into AI investing. It's incredible to see how big this AI revolution really is.
It's a huge shift that's impacting almost every industry out there, not just hype.
It really is.
Oh.
And we've covered so much already, investing directly in AI companies, AI ETFs, even companies that are using AI to change traditional businesses. But now I think it's time to talk about risk.
Yeah, that's important. AI has tons of potential, but there are risks too. Like we mentioned earlier, one of the big ones is market volatility.
Right, that makes sense. The AI sector is hot right now, and all that excitement can make prices go up and down pretty quickly.
Exactly. We've already seen some crazy price swings in AI stocks. just in the past few months even. A lot of it is driven by hype and speculation. So how can investors avoid getting caught up in those big
Yeah,
swings?
how can they protect themselves?
Well, diversification is key. Don't put all your money into just one company. Spread your investments across a few different companies, even different parts of the AI industry.
So even if one company doesn't do well, the others can balance things out.
Right. It reduces the impact of any one stock on your overall portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
So don't go all in on one AI company, even if it seems really promising.
Exactly. Spread the risk, diversify. And it's also really important to think long term. AI is still pretty new, and there will definitely be some bumps along the way. Don't freak out and sell everything if the market dips.
So ride out the waves.
Exactly. If you believe in the long-term potential of AI, you got to stay the course. Now, another piece of advice for anyone thinking about AI investing is to stay informed.
Keep learning.
Yeah, AI changes so fast. There are always new discoveries and applications popping up. Read industry publications, go to conferences, webinars, things like that. The more you know about AI, the better your investment decisions will be.
Knowledge is power, right? Especially with something as complex as AI.
You got it. And speaking of knowledge, remember we talked about investing in the stuff that makes AI possible, the infrastructure?
Yeah, we talked about cloud computing and data storage.
Right. Those are super important. But there's another piece that often gets overlooked, semiconductors.
Semiconductors, you mean like the chips that are in our computers and phones?
Yep, exactly. And those chips are crucial for AI too. AI needs a ton of computing power, and semiconductors are what make that power possible.
Oh, I see. So investing in semiconductor companies is like investing in the foundation of AI.
Precisely. As AI grows, the demand for these advanced chips is only going to go up.
Makes sense. So which semiconductor companies are leading the way in AI?
Well, we've already talked about Nvidia. They dominate the market for AI GPUs. Those are graphics processing units specifically for AI. But there are other important players too, like Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company or TSMC. They're the biggest contract chip maker in the world.
TSMC.
Yep, they make chips for a bunch of companies, including a lot of the big names in AI, so they might not be as famous as Nvidia, but they're a huge part of making AI development happen.
The powerhouse behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Interesting. Any other semiconductor companies we should know about?
Definitely. Intel, Samsung, AMD, they're all making big contributions to AI technology too, and there are more emerging as well.
It's amazing to see how many companies are involved in this whole AI revolution.
It really is. And as AI continues to grow, I think we're going to see even more investment opportunities pop up. This is just the beginning.
This is so insightful. But before we get too deep into the technical stuff, I want to take a step back and think about the bigger picture. AI is more than just an investment, right?
You're right. It's easy to get caught up in the financial side of things, but AI has huge implications for society as a whole. It could change things in really big ways, good and bad.
Yeah, I agree. As investors, I think we have a responsibility to consider those broader implications. We should try to support the development of AI that benefits everyone.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about making money, it's about investing in a future that we can all be proud of.
Well said. Okay, let's take another break here, and when we come back, we'll explore what that future might look like and what it means for AI. And we're back for the final part of our AI investing deep dive. It's been amazing to see how much potential AI has.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground. From how AI is changing different industries to the different ways to invest. We even talked about making sure AI is developed responsibly.
Right. So now, as we wrap things up, let's look ahead. What can investors expect from AI in the next few years? How can they position themselves to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming? I feel like everyone's talking about this AI revolution, but what does that actually mean for investors?
Well, I can't predict the future, but I can say that AI is set to keep growing
Right.
really fast. And this isn't just some fad. AI is changing how we live, work, basically everything. It could revolutionize tons of things. Healthcare, education, transportation, energy, the list goes on.
So AI is going to be massive. But what does that mean for investors? How do we turn this huge tech shift into actual investment opportunities?
Well, one big thing to watch is how different industries are starting to use AI more and more. Like we talked about before, Pfizer using AI to discover new drugs, or John Deere building those self-driving tractors.
Right.
As more companies adopt AI, the demand for AI products and services is going to explode.
So we should be looking at the companies that are providing those products and services.
Exactly. Think AI software, hardware, cloud computing platforms, data analytics companies. The whole AI ecosystem is going to grow like crazy, and investors who get in early could see big returns.
So investing in AI companies or AI ETFs seems like a pretty obvious move then. Are there other strategies investors should be thinking about?
Definitely. One interesting approach is to look at companies that are using AI to shake up traditional industries. Take the transportation industry. Companies like Tesla are using AI to develop self-driving cars.
Right. That could completely change the car industry.
Absolutely. And it's not just cars. We're talking self-driving trucks, drones, even ships. The whole transportation sector is ripe for AI disruption. And all this disruption is going to create a ton of investment opportunities if you know where to look.
So transportation is one area to watch. Any other industries that are being transformed by AI?
Well, healthcare is another big one. AI is already being used to develop new medicines, diagnose diseases more accurately, even personalized treatment plans. It could make healthcare much more effective and affordable.
Wow, that's incredible. So as healthcare adopts AI, we'll see investment opportunities in things like medical imaging, genomics, telemedicine.
Exactly. And it's not just healthcare and transportation. AI is also changing things in finance, retail, manufacturing, even agriculture. It's everywhere.
It really is. Okay,
Yeah.
so AI has a ton of potential to change things for the better, but we have to be realistic about the risks too, right? What should investors be careful about?
Definitely. Like we talked about before, market volatility is a big one. AI is a hot market, and investors can get a little too excited,
Hmm.
which can lead to prices going up and down quickly. Investors need to be ready for these ups and downs.
Don't go all in on AI no matter how good it looks. Got it. What else?
Another thing to keep in mind is that regulations are still changing. Laws and ethical considerations around AI are still being figured out, and those changes could have a big impact on how profitable AI companies are, and even if they're allowed to operate.
So staying up to date on those regulations is crucial. What else should investors be aware of?
One more thing. Technology in AI is changing incredibly fast. New breakthroughs are happening all the time. A company that's leading today could easily fall behind if it doesn't keep innovating.
So investing in AI means being flexible and adapting to new information. Investors need to be okay with the fact that the AI landscape is constantly shifting.
Exactly. AI is dynamic, and investors have to be proactive and informed.
Great advice. So we've covered the potential upsides and the risks of AI investing. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Sure, I'm listening.
We've mainly talked about AI as a way to make money as an investment, but AI is more than that, right? It has the power to shape humanity's future.
You're right. It's easy to focus on the profits, but we have to remember that AI is about progress too. As investors, we need to think about the bigger impact these technologies will have on society.
Exactly. We should be trying to support the development of AI in a way that benefits everyone, not just a few people.
Absolutely. AI has the potential to make incredible things happen for everyone, and it's up to us to make sure that happens in a way that's ethical and benefits all of humanity.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive, we encourage you to keep exploring the world of AI. Stay curious, think critically, and be part of shaping a future we can all be proud of. The AI journey is just getting started, and it's an exciting time to be involved.
Couldn't agree more. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep exploring the world of AI and how it's changing our lives.
Until next time, happy investing.